What's up, everybody? We are here at the Sunbelt Ag Expo in little old Moultrie, Georgia. This is a small little town, but it has a very, very big fairground, and came to this show for the first time last year and had a great time. We had a booth here with TMC through CCE, and this year we've got a booth here in conjunction with Freedom Attachments. So we've got some TMC stuff out here, we've got some Freedom Attachment stuff out here, and so we're gonna walk around today, take a look at some cool stuff. I got Quality Equipment right behind me. They got all kinds of cool stuff over there. They're great people. Got to meet those guys here last year, and they're awesome as well. So we're gonna walk around, take a look. There's some forestry stuff here, there's a bunch of agriculture stuff here, there's all kinds of wild stuff here we're gonna take a look at. So most of it's outdoor, so I got my gator on, trying to keep the sun off me. And we had a great, today's day number 2. We had a great day out here yesterday. So let's take a look at the show, and we'll walk around, take a look at some cool stuff. So let's get started. All right, well, here's your time to shine.
No, I get nervous. It has to be like handed. don't. I want to be like famous, but I don't want to be known as the center of attention. Does that make sense?
I'm putting all this, so this is recording right now. I'm putting all this on YouTube. Cool. All of this is going on YouTube.
This lady, she wants to be famous. Yeah, if
I'm kidding. I can edit this out if you want me to.
No, I don't really care. I don't say anything crazy, so you can, whatever gets you followers.
Yeah.
Follow me on LinkedIn, guys. Make me famous.
Oh my God.
I'm joking.
All right, well, we're here at the Freedom Attachments booth. We got all kinds of cool stuff. We got brush cutters, excavator disc mulchers, another brush cutter, disc mulcher. You guys have seen the disc mulcher on my channel plenty of times. So we got some cool TMC stuff out here. We got the TWF, we got our PTO head, got a TWJ. They shipped it without setting the push bar up, so me and Frank couldn't lift it up by ourselves. That's a heavy push bar, so it's gonna have to stay the way it stays. And then we got the little TLI. The TLI has got a little improvement here. We got this nice cool cover, faceplate cover over the motor now, which is really nice. I thought that needed that, so we got that on there. So, and you guys, that's a little munch right there. They got the THI 75 out here, and this is new. This is a disc mulcher for a stand-on machine. So we got the the drum mulcher for a stand-on, and we got the disc mulcher for a stand-on. So, and got a stand-on mini skid brush cutter, and excavator brush cutter, and then we got side cutter. So all kinds of cool stuff out here. You want to introduce yourselves?
Sure. Hello, my name's Lainey. I do marketing for Freedom Attachments.
Hi, I'm Colleen. I'm one of the sales reps for Freedom Attachments right now.
Yep, and we've been hanging out here at the booth all day yesterday, so it's day 2, and there's a ton of people here today. This is when they shut down the schools, they bus in all the kids here, and there's just whole swath of armies of kids walking around. So I'm giving out a bunch of free stickers and stuff. I got like 600 stickers I'm trying to give them away. So we'll walk around, take a look at some cool stuff. All right, guys, I was walking through the inside, and there's a lot of forestry stuff here. So we were talking with
Ray Dalton, Vice President of Business Development for Werewolf Parts.
And what do you guys make?
So we are the premier aftermarket supplier for forestry wear parts. So anything mulching, stump grinding, chipping. We're the exclusive distributor for Grusig, so German-made aftermarket wear parts. None of the cheap Chinese junk here. We really wanted to give the mulching community high-quality aftermarket options. So we cover all the major brands from FAE, Dennis Seamoff, Prino, whoever. So
gotcha.
Definitely, been in the market now 18 months.
Okay.
And getting a lot of really positive feedback from the whole mulching and forestry community.
Awesome. And that was the, you made a good point, and that was one of the things I wanted to touch on really quick. Was there's a lot of cheap Chinese mulcher teeth out there on the market today, and you guys are not that. This is quality stuff out of Germany, very quality made stuff. In some respects, you're getting people coming back saying it's better than OEM.
Yeah. We're definitely getting a lot of really positive feedback like that, where they're getting, hundreds and hundreds of hours on our carbides. We had one guy just tell us he had 600 hours on his CMOF carbides.
Wow.
And still mulching.
Wow.
So trying to bring to the market something a little bit different. So not even just carbon copies. We're looking at improving designs where we see options and, and you know, just trying to make sure that we have the best out there.
Gotcha. And I actually saw that in like your pre-knock tooth has got like these grooves in it. And you guys are actually taking the OEM designs and actually improving them in some respects and making them better, more user-friendly, easier to maintain. Exactly. Awesome.
Especially where we see that there's some improvement that can be made.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, check it out. So they got CMOF, pre-knock, FAE, SEPI. I mean, there's all cat. You got your diamond mowers with your Quadco teeth. I mean, pretty much got it all here.
Yeah. You can go to werewolfparts.com and see our full product portfolio.
Okay.
We're always adding new products, and for sure looking forward to helping the market the best we can. Reach out with any questions, and
awesome.
Happy to help.
And you guys make some ag stuff too as well?
Yeah, we are a dealer for Wear Parts tillage.
Okay.
So high quality ag tillage tools. We work with green teeth manufacturing for stump grinding teeth.
Okay.
And then we have chipper knives as well. So stump grinding teeth and chipper knives are American made. Wear Parts tillage is in Nebraska.
Okay.
So yeah, we're focused on finding the best and highest quality.
High quality stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's that's awesome, man. You guys got carbide ripper teeth for like in the big rippers and stuff as well.
Trenching. Yep.
Yeah, trenching.
Yep.
Ag discs, you know, plow discs, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, so if it's ground engaging, cutting, mulching, you know, rock crushing, we're your source.
Got it, guys. So check them out, Werewolf and WEREWOLF, and check them out online, and they can help you out with anything that you need. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you, man. Yes, sir. Let's talk about you. What do you want to do when you grow up?
I want to be a police officer for the school. I want to be an SRO.
There you go.
Because an SRO gets to do a lot of fun things at schools. They get to do fun events, and they get to be doing anything.
You don't want to run mulchers? No? You want to run mulchers?
Sure.
There you go. I like this kid already. He's down. He's into the mulching. You want to go be a police officer,
and
right?
It looks so fun.
It is, man. You get in a big machine, just mow down whole trees. It's great.
He said that he wanted to be a ranger.
A what?
A ranger. I'm going to be doing that.
A ranger? Like an army ranger?
A rancher.
Rancher. Oh, you want to raise cows?
And he raised cows and horses.
All right, I respect that. I like a good steak. I like a good steak. You gonna raise beef cattle or dairy cattle?
Probably dairy.
Dairy?
Sell milk.
Okay, I like me some Greek yogurt. I eat a lot of Greek yogurt. Okay, so I'm down with that. So you in a couple years are probably gonna pull me over for speeding somewhere. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be coming to this show and go through one of these speed traps, and you're gonna pull me over probably. Yeah.
But this is my job.
Oh, okay. You're already a deputy sheriff?
I'm a junior deputy.
They didn't give you a gun, did they? Okay, well that's good. Yeah.
I got a card, which is all metal.
Okay.
All metal. And I got my ID, which shows how many years I've been in law enforcement. And I got my badge. So I've been around horses for my whole life. I've been around them since I was 1. And we have 5 horses right now.
Okay.
And I still ride. I rode yesterday. And y'all are gonna get a tour around the whole Moultrie.
Yeah, I've been walking around doing a whole tour of Moultrie, so these guys stopped by the booth and they wanted to be on YouTube, so I had to oblige them. So hopefully they'll subscribe to the channel. I need subscribers.
Alright, I need y'all to like, subscribe, and y'all just have fun.
There you go.
Comment.
And comment. There you go. Like you guys. What's your names?
My name's Kipton. My name's Ray.
All right. Well, we appreciate you guys stopping by the booth, man.
You too.
Check you guys later.
See y'all.
Bye, guys.
Peace.
All right, guys. I thought this was really cool. I was coming by the Erskine / GrabTech booth here, and you guys have never met Aaron, but I met Aaron when he was with Quick Attach back in 2021, and I know you guys love the Mega Mower on the channel, and that is thanks to Aaron. It was his idea to let me demo it, and I absolutely loved it, and I ended up buying one because it was awesome. So if you guys give a big shout out in the comments to Aaron, because you can thank him for seeing the Mega Mower when you see it, because it was all his idea. But this is a wild looking grabber right here. This is not your standard tree or demolition debris or demo grabber. This thing is. So what's the opening on this?
So it's 74 inches. So
74 inches.
Just under 6 feet, right? Basically, I can stand inside of it. So the big thing about it, it's got this reach and pull, which is our patent of the Grab Tech. So it actually comes down, it's got a double hinge point. So it actually reach and pull debris into the bucket.
Yeah.
Which makes it the largest capacity skid steer grapple on the market today. So, I mean, you can see it, the whole thing's made out of T1, so grade 100 steel.
Yeah.
I mean, they do this right. So this is made in South Dakota.
Look at the size of these cylinders, man. I mean, they're massive.
So we make these in-house. So they've got a special buttress thread here, and it's a specialty thread. I don't know all the details on it, but it holds up to this massive pressure. And then you've got here these cylinder rods. These are double zinc coated, I believe. And then again, like I was kind of telling you about earlier, you've got this greaseless pin system.
Yeah, tell me about this. Is wild, guys. You guys got to say, I've never seen this.
So I'm not the expert, but I mean, this thing, I run this thing. We did some tornado cleanup in Minnesota.
Okay.
And so what I just was really impressed with how it did for being able to handle those big massive tree piles. But so this here is a composite sleeve. So basically call it a bearing. And what it does is that you've got your dust seals here on the outside. So what you don't have to do is you don't have to grease this. So where this actually comes from is like the coal mines that are doing conveyor belts, and this is what those run on. So they've got those rated for 10,000 continuous hours.
Wow.
So we run these in here, the same again as the rods that we cut. So basically when you want to replace this, you just take this out, pull the pin out, and then you replace this
and
bearing.
You just slide that off.
And then replace.
No hammering, no heating or torching or none of that.
And especially those places where you're getting down in the dirt, and you know, whoever's running your machine, right? Let's all be honest, like you're not greasing every 4 hours, right? If you're not running it.
Yep.
If you're not the owner of the company, right? Those guys get in and they just go.
Yep.
We've all seen those machines. So that's where this has a really big application in that aspect of it. Like you're able to have something you don't have to take care of, right? Because if anything, you want them greasing your machine, right?
Yeah.
They run out of time in the day, right? If they're greasing the grapple sits. But basically this thing's limited only by the size of your machine. You know, it's just a monster.
What's the weight of it? What's the total weight?
I don't remember what the weight is. I want to say it's 1,600 pounds.
Okay.
So again, it's going to take, you're going to want a minimum of a 75 horsepower machine to run it.
Yeah.
So we make these obviously in the skid steer mount, and then we make them in the wheel loader mount for your 75 horse wheel loaders that have more lifting capacity. And then you've got the big dogs over here. We have those and up to
yeah, that's a big one.
So these have different applications, a lot in the ag industry. So what's cool again here is you can take that grapple and you can pop that off.
Okay, so it's removable.
It's got stands here, so it's removable.
Okay.
So then you can just drop that on the ground, so you can use your bucket as you want.
It's just a regular wheel bucket, wheel loader bucket.
We have grapple kits, so you can weld the grapple onto your existing bucket on your big wheel loaders. We also offer them in combos. And then we offer that, basically that grapple in what's called our RDX series. And that's a 5,000 pound grapple for your biggest machines. And that's got the skeleton bottom. It's got the grapples up top for your storm cleanup, your big debris. I mean, they're just, you can see the tubes on here.
Yeah, it's massive. This stuff is like heavy duty, massive stuff. Yeah, this is
replaceable tines on the front.
Yep, they're bolt on. Yeah, this is pretty awesome.
So our biggest grapple's got a 98-inch opening.
Wow. Oh my
you can watch it on grabtech.com. You can see where we're doing some cleanup on some debris. I mean, it takes that kind of customer that has that style machine.
Yeah.
That big giant wheel loader. But yeah, these guys are just, they build some great equipment for us in this aspect. And it's just, I mean, the big thing is longevity. You go out there and you see a couple companies that have had these things for 20 years and they're still out there running.
Still working.
People come up to us and they're like, hey, we love your product.
Yeah.
You know, we're still running it. Same with some of the Erskine products. Guys have had our snowboards for 25, 30 years. In this industry, you don't usually find that. It's kind of what I would call a lot of times kind of disposable equipment, right? Because most companies, they don't want it to last that long because they want the residual purchase. Whereas we don't want you to buy 2 of these unless you got 2 machines.
Yep.
we're really looking for you to keep this for the lifetime with us.
Yeah.
And that's why these replacement parts, you know, you get these. I think a new bearing sleeve is $35.
Wow, $35.
So you're looking at something you're running. You know,
Dude, a bushing's like a couple $100.
Yeah, so you're running this. You know, $5,000, $5,500, right? And then you're like, hey, my pins are getting a little sloppy, right? And you know that, right? You got to start in there, and you're getting there. You're trying to pulling the bearings out. You're heating everything up.
Yeah, those bushings can be a pain, man, to get out.
And then you run something like this, and it's like, ta-da!
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. You guys can see right there picking up hay bales with a big one. So yeah, this thing, that's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to check them out at GrabTech. I thought this was really cool looking stuff and knew Aaron from way back, and yeah, so wanted to check this out. I'll see you guys next week at the Landscaper show for sure.
We'll be swinging in.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Thank you again, brother. Look at the size of this doggone disc plow. Can you imagine the size tractor you need to have to pull that big thing? That thing is massive. They bring like this huge farm stuff that I've never even seen before out here. It's just wild. I don't know how many grease points this thing's got. Good gosh. It'd take you an hour to grease this thing. There's grease nipples everywhere on this thing. Jeez Louise. Take you an hour to grease that thing. Hope they got a manual telling you where all the grease points are. I wouldn't be able to find them. Now this is something I would really love to try out, is one of these dipper foxes. So this is a stump grinder, and instead of your traditional wheel stump grinder, this thing has this big 360 spin thing on it with this big old blade. It's basically like a big auger, and I would love to try one of these. And they make them for all different sizes. Machines. I've seen one on an excavator here last year. They've got them on these little wheeled machines, these Fox machines this year, but I would really love to try one of these, especially now that I have the K-strain on the excavator. I think putting one of these on the excavator would really be awesome. The 120 wouldn't be bad either, but I think I'd rather prefer it just because of the size of the machine on the excavator. And if you're like in a backyard, you could just kind of sit in one spot and hit a bunch of little stumps, you know, even big ones too. I mean, yeah, I would love to try one of these. This one right here only weighs about 600 pounds. I mean, that would be, my excavator could handle that. I don't know what the flow rate needs to be on it though. But it only weighs 600 pounds. So some kind of oil bath in there. So I was talking about that plow. Well, there's your tractor for it right there. This is Fend. Is that how you pronounce it? Fend? I don't know. But I see a lot of these on YouTube in Europe, and they seem like they're awesome tractors. They seem like they are awesome tractors. See what the horsepower is on this. I don't even know. 620. This is 209 horse. Right there. Yep. 209 horse. Pretty awesome. Great looking tractor. Love to put a mulcher on the back of it. Put one of our big TMC PTO mulchers on the back of this thing and let her roll. That'll grind a tree. I'm always shocked at how small, like you'd think this thing would have a big PTO shaft coming out the back, but that's it. That's all that's there. That's that little thing right there. I always thought that would just like snap off, but apparently it works. All right, so I got to check out this Super Track last year, and I was really impressed with it. This thing is wild. So if you guys notice, it's basically an ASV 135 shell, the chassis, but then they do some other modifications in the back with the engine and stuff. But I didn't even notice this when I walked up. This one's actually got the steel tracks on it. So this is new for 2025, you said?
25.
Yeah, so this has got a steel track option now. So you can actually get these instead of the rubber track with the bogey system like the ASVs come. If you're working in areas where you got a lot of hills or slick mud and you got to climb up a steep hill or something like that, you can get these triple grouser steel track. With the traditional sprocket up underneath there, and but it's still, you told me it's still the same torsion axle underneath there,
and a custom in the front.
And a custom in the front. So you do actually get a little bit of that torsion ride with it.
Yes, sir.
So it's not like a bolt-on where you're like in a hard.
It's nice and smooth.
Yes.
Nice and
So that's really nice that you get that torsion suspension, a little bit of bounce in it. You know, give you a little bit better ride. So that's pretty awesome. So but these super tracks, man, this is basically, it's not a normal skid steer. I want to make that point if you didn't see the video last year. This thing is 200 horsepower. 200 horsepower compared to an ASV, which is 100, and the 135 be a 135. My 120 is 120 horse. So this has got a whole new different engine in it. It's a Cummins
4.5 liter.
4.5 liter Cummins in it. So all this up here is your EGR up, and that's the whole EGR system up there. So they pull the EGR and put it up here to make room for this much bigger engine. AC is still up there. And that's actually, is that all AC or is that hydraulic cooler up there too?
So
what is
it?
it?
AC up top, and then our hydraulic oil cooler.
Okay, so you got your hydraulic oil cooler and your AC up there, and then this is the engine radiator down here. Okay.
Air to air after cooler there.
Okay, air to air after cooler right there, air filter. But most of it is still kind of set up like the def box is still here, air filter's still here, your filters are right here just like it is on the 120. Yeah, these things, and so it's 50 gallons a minute at
60 gallon a minute.
60 gallons a minute. Okay, I'm sorry, 60 gallons a minute.
5,500 psi.
5,500 psi. So to give you a comparison on that, that's the 135 does 50 gallons a minute at like 4,200 psi, I think. So big upgrade in power with this machine. You're basically getting a dedicated sort of unit in a skid steer size package. So really awesome here. They also have a wheeled one, and that's a cat wheeled excavator shell.
Cat 908 with a Cummins 4.5 in it.
Yep. So the engine is the same, the hydraulic system is the same, just in a cat wheeled package. If you guys prefer the wheel loader. There were some guys on Instagram that had one down in Florida. They were running it with a CMOF head. And man, that thing could chew through some stuff. I am not like, they were chewing through palm trees. Like, if you've ever chewed through a palm tree, they're not very easy to chew through.
Like butter.
Yeah, man. I mean, they were chewing them up. So, so yeah, if you guys in the market for a dedicated machine in a compact size, check out Super Track, because these things right here, they're monsters. And where are you guys out of again?
Punta Gorda, Florida.
In Florida, so right there in the southeast, which is the mulching capital of the world, I think. So, especially Florida. Yeah, Florida's a jungle down there. You know.
Yes, sir.
I thought Myrtle Beach was bad, and then you go in down to Florida, and you're like, what is this?
You can mulch everywhere.
Yeah. So, all right, guys, check them out. Thanks, man. Appreciate you again. Thank you, brother. So here's the HX90. Here's the machine we got to run at the utility show when we were doing the excavator competition. I didn't really get a chance to take a up close look at it. Let's see what she's got. Dual auxiliaries, that's what it looks like. Thumb on this thing was fast. It was super fast. I have no specs on it. Looks like it's got a spot for a backup camera. Can't remember if the one we did had the angle blade or not. I don't remember. But it was a nice machine. I was glad I got to run it. It was very fast and very smooth. John Deere's got a big old booth out here, which this is an ag expo, so I would definitely say they need to have a big presence out here. So this is the new 335. This thing, it's a big boy. One thing I don't like about this is this right here, because if you're backing up and you know you're in the woods mulching and you're backing up and you scrape a tree, you know, you can run these lines, you know, into a tree, and you're gonna break this or bend this or bust that. I don't love that, but that's how they designed it. This side's not as bad, but you got these side cameras, which is nice. Now this one does not have the Forestry kit on it, but you can get a Forestry kit with this 335. The new cab looks awesome though. Way better than the old cab. One of the things I did love about my John Deere, and they haven't changed it, this is how you flip the cab right here. 2 bolts, 1 and 2. You could flip the cab on this thing in a heartbeat, and I love that about my John Deere. That's one of the things. Flipping the cab on the ASV is a pain in the butt. I mean, I could go on and on about how much that's a pain in the butt, but flipping the cab on this John Deere, boom, boom, lift it up. It's light. At least it was on my 329. It wasn't super heavy. And I think this is all, yeah, this is all one piece now. It used to be 2-piece with the floorboard. I think it's all one piece right here. You lift from right here and the whole thing comes up. So that's nice too. And they got this guarding here now to keep out that debris from inside the machine. Yep. That's nice. And it's replaceable too. If it gets messed up, you just unbolt it, put on a new one. So seems like a good machine. So I was just talking to a guy standing here, and we were talking about this machine, and this is one of the issues I have with the John Deere's is look how just crammed everything is here in the back here of this engine compartment. And the reason for that is because the way these loader arms work, the way they got this vertical system, these loader arms come down on the side, and to make room for these loader arms, they have to compress the back end on the engine compartment, and that gives you a lot less room in this engine compartment. So everything got to be crammed down in there. So on my ASV, it's radial, and the loader arms are up there off the hinge point in the front, or actually they're like right here on the side. So you have the whole entire back of the machine to put the engine compartment. So think about this: if you didn't have these loader arms here, you could bring this engine compartment all the way out to here basically. But these are in the way, so you got to compress everything, and it just crams everything down in here. I don't love this too. You got your engine oil and your hydraulic oil right next to each other. That's just easy to get screwed up. Someone's going to put engine oil, hydraulic oil in the engine oil, or vice versa. I don't love that. And I don't love this diesel fuel cap being right here either, because if it overflows, then you've got diesel fuel going right down into where your engine compartment is, and I don't love that either. But yeah, it's a great dirt machine, but for mulching, you start running this thing and debris gets down in this thing, and it's just going to be a pain to get cleaned out. It's going to be a pain. So yeah, that's just the way the John Deere's are designed. So it is what it is. So this I have questions about. So this is a JCB telescoping with a mulcher on it. And I know this mulcher's got to weigh 2,500 pounds or so. So I just wonder how far you can stick that out without that.
For just a second, because this nice man was paying enough.
Making that tip heavy, front heavy, but it might work. Sky, I like the concept. You could reach way up and grind a tree. I like that. I do like that. You could reach way up and be way far from a tree and top it and mulch it down, but I just wonder how far you could stick that out without making this thing very front heavy, very tippy.
Yeah, so you can pick that thing all the way up to
Let's see what we got in the back.
So, and then
I like this.
yes, now you can run the high flow auxiliaries with the big
It's a big old cooler on top. And
but on that one you can run that mulcher.
it's like
You gotta have
it's like you can get into all this pretty good.
right.
Yeah, there's your filters, air filter.
That one I think is
That's pretty cool.
30,000. And that's for the
So I don't know. I'd like to see it in action. See what it would do.
Wonder how the nail got in the middle of that tree. That tree was that big. Yeah.
I really want to run one of these new Dash 5s with the Kubotas. Everything about this thing just looks better than the Dash 4. So this is the 57. I run a 55, but they're the same machine. Just a little bit different tail swing, but much bigger radiator, cooler, much bigger cooling package on this particular machine. Mine's a 3-layer. It's 1, 2, 3. This one's a 2-layer. I guess they just integrated whatever that middle one into this one is what it looks like, because it's much bigger, which I like. The hydraulics have been redone. It's a different stack now. A little bit different valving. I've heard it's been tuned a little bit better, give you a little bit better functions, especially when you're running an attachment like a mulcher like I do. So I really want to check one out. Kubota just makes a great excavator. They do. This all looks the same pretty much. I don't see really any difference here. I think it's this. I don't think they changed anything with the engine. They just redid the hydraulics in it to just, it's amazing what you can do with the same engine, and you just tweak the hydraulics and stuff and get better power, responsiveness, you know, with things like that. So they've tweaked a few things. And then the new cab is awesome. This new cab, digital screen, everything about this new cab is just way better. It's a really nice cab. Ergonomics are great. I don't love this push down bar compared to the other one, but everything else about it I really like. Damn, they left the key in it? Damn, I guess they did, but they turned off the battery. But yeah, everything about it's super nice. Got this little keypad over here and digital screen. Yep. A lot of leg room in this one with the 57. Yep. But everything else about the chassis and all that stuff and the arm and boom all look the same. So I would love to run one. I would love it. I wish they would have done something better with the lights up here. This looks kind of flimsy with the lights. I've already ripped the lights off of mine. That's see that. I would have done something better with that, but that's me. But other than that, solid. This is the new, this is the 97-2. This is new. Or 97-3, I'm sorry. This is new. I like this swing out radiator here. And yeah, it looks like this isn't too bad as far as getting all this cleaned out of here. This is really open in here to get all this cleaned out. Air filter. And there's your battery. Not sure. Engine oil fill, that's a little bit tough to get to. You're gonna need a filter for that probably, or a funnel. But I don't know where the filters are. Well, there's the fuel filter right there. That's a little bit of a pain to get to. And there's the oil filters. No, that's the fuel filter. That's a fuel oil separator, fuel water separator. Fuel filter, I don't know where the oil filter is. That's a little tight to get to down in there. But I do like it being open and accessible to get to everything. I really wish they wouldn't have done this single flange idler in the back. They need to upgrade that and go to a double flange in the back. Especially if you're doing forestry applications. That's a track coming off in a heartbeat right there. That's a track coming off in a heartbeat. Cab looks nice though. Cab looks nice. Crone. I don't know what this is, but I've never seen one before. Big M450. I have no clue what this is. It looks, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. It looks like some kind of mower deck or something. I have no clue. Somebody tell me in the comments. I have no clue what this is. Not a clue. But it looks kind of cool. '53 John Deere. Old Farmall. That's cool, man, to see these old tractors still running. So cool. '51 right there. That's cool. Old Ford right there. Another Ford. Got a couple John Deere. That's a beautiful John Deere. 4020. That's a beautiful tractor. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome to see this stuff still running. Check this out. I've seen these on skid steers, but you don't see them very often on an excavator. So that's pretty cool. It's a pile driver. For doing like fence posts and stuff. Or even piles for doing, you know, docks or whatever you need to drive a pile into the ground for. That's pretty cool. And it's got like a grabber here too. You can grab it. That's pretty wild. That's pretty interesting. So everyone, well not everyone, but I get a lot of comments in the comment section about Ventrac. And yeah, these are great mowers. I've always heard really good things about them as a mower. My only problem with them is I don't like to do much mowing, and when I do, I like to be in air conditioning. So not having an enclosed cab with air conditioning, especially when I do most of my mowing in the summertime when it's really hot out, or in the fall, into September and October, when the yellow jackets like to go into the ground and they get real ornery when you come by with a mower and they'll come out and attack you. Being in an open cab machine like this is not a good idea. Yellow jackets will rip you a new one. It kind of sucks to have to jump off a machine and run away from it while it's still running sometimes, and run from the yellow jackets, and then trying to figure out how you're going to get back over to your machine and get it back from the yellow jackets after they've swarmed it. So but I do like these machines. I've always heard really good things about them. It's about what they can do. I mean, the wide tires, I bet this thing will climb a hill or go over a slope like nobody's business. I have no doubt that this thing is extremely capable. I just like to be in air conditioning and away from the bugs. But I'd love to try one sometime. For doing some of my bush hogging and mowing work, I'd like to see how it measures up to the ASV with the mega mower on it for doing some of my mowing work. But very cool. I like it. I do like it. I like the wide tracks. We don't have much elevation where I'm at with the slopes and stuff, but I do like it. People swear by them, so I know they're good machines. But I just don't do enough mowing work to really justify buying one. But yeah, really cool. I'd love to run one sometime. Somebody hook me up with one. I am always blown away by the size of this farm machinery. Every time I come to one of these shows and I see this stuff, get to see it up close and personal. I'm just blown away by it. The size of it, the engineering required to make this stuff, the design, you know, and the time it takes to design this stuff and engineer it and build it. It's incredible. It is incredible. It's a sprayer. Look at this thing. I mean, how much? I mean, it looks like you need a physics degree to figure this thing out. There's so much going on here. So much going on here. Look at all the hydraulic lines everywhere, all these fittings. Look at the underside of this thing. All the valving and the hydraulics involved, and the doggone, I mean, gearboxes and pumps and lines and electronics, and just, this is wild. I've never walked underneath one of these things. This is crazy. This is crazy. I'm blown away by the amount of engineering it takes to build this kind of stuff, and to engineer it and to make it. And look, you got articulating wheels. Look at the size of these pinions right here for the wheels that articulate. They're massive. Like, that's like something you see on like an 8 or a 10-ton excavator. Like, it's just massive amount of engineering and design it takes to make something like that. I think our mulchers are cool. I'm like, it takes a lot of engineering just to make a mulcher. I can't imagine what it takes to make this thing. It's wild. It's incredible. Some people don't, you know, it's just like whatever, it's just a farm machine, but I'm just blown away by it. It's crazy. All right, guys, I am back in Atlanta, back from the show. Had a great time. We had a great turnout. No, it doesn't seem like, I'll never say, it doesn't seem like the show was as big this year as it was last year. I did notice quite a few bit more exhibits there last year than this year, but it still was a great turnout. A lot of people showed up. Did get to see a couple fans, and we had a great turnout at the booth. Big shout out to Freedom Attachments for sharing a booth with us and letting us sit there and hang out with them and have people come up and just get to talk to people and tell them about the products. And we had a great time. Had a great time walking the show. Got to see a lot of cool stuff. A lot of really awesome farm equipment. If you are into farming or agriculture anywhere in the Southeast, that is an awesome show to go to. They bring out a ton of cool farming equipment and farming implements for people in the farming industry. That area down there in Georgia is really big into agriculture and farming. It's big into cotton and peanuts, so it was really cool to see all that cool stuff. So we had a great turnout, and back in Atlanta for the next couple days, and staying with my brother. And then on Sunday it'll be back to Louisville for the Landscaper and Hardscaper show. If you guys haven't checked out that show, if you are a landscaper and you can make that show, it is awesome. Or a hardscaper, it's an awesome show. This will be my second time, I believe, second or third time going to that show. I think it's the second time, and it's so much fun. It is an awesome show. There's so much cool stuff there. You get to see stuff I never would have thought about for a lot of different things, a lot of different applications, even for my business. So if you guys are into that, please try to get off work, drive to Louisville, and go check that show out for the day. A lot of indoor and outdoor stuff. We are definitely going to try to have a booth at that show next year. So our dealer rep Frank, he's going to go with me. We're going to walk the show and check it out, and try to find us a good spot to be there next year. So keep my fingers crossed on that. Speaking of shows, we will have a booth back at the Raleigh Farm Show again this year like we were last year. So if you're in North Carolina or in the Raleigh area and you want to come check out a cool farm show, we will be at that one. I think it's in February again this year. I will get you guys the dates, but stay tuned for that show. We're going to have a cool booth out there with a bunch of different attachments. We'll be giving away some stickers and hats and all kinds of cool stuff. So stay tuned for more info on that show. And stay tuned for the next video when we go to the landscape show. I'm sure it's going to be awesome. We're going to see a lot of cool stuff. So stay tuned for that, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.